Okay, so good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to this lecture of Applied Thermodynamics. So this is Professor Digvijay Ronge. Already I have taken 3 lectures of ATD, but in between I had some PhD work as well as I have to take academic leave for personal reasons. That's why we were not in contact. But I have again rejoined the college, and now it has been decided that your first chapters, 2 chapters, will be taken by Professor Gowri, and your chapters from the second section, which are purely theory related, those will be taken by me. So I will take chapters like condensers. I'll take a chapter, your last chapter, that is a reciprocating air compressor. So these are the theory based chapters that will be taken by me. Okay. So let me revise what we studied or what the Professor Gowri is taking nowadays. So you are dealing with the basic definitions of thermodynamics. So our chapter or subject name is applied thermodynamics. It is not thermodynamics, it is applied thermodynamics. So it's a subject called thermodynamics, which has some laws of thermodynamics. There are some concepts of thermodynamics. Then you are going to apply those concepts in engineering applications. And your syllabus, that engineering application, here it is thermal power plant. So there are numerous thermal power plants are there in our country. One of that is in our Solapur district. So Solapur has that NTPC's thermal power plant. So in that case, we are going to see what are the components of thermal power plant, how this thermodynamics is going to be applied there in thermal power plants. Okay. So you are now just dealing with the basic definitions of thermodynamics. After that, your syllabus will start the actual case of thermal power plant. Okay. So in today's lecture, we'll take one component of that thermal power plant that is called as condensers. Okay. So there are various components in thermal power plant. So there is a boiler, there is a turbine, then after turbine there is condenser. Okay. Then there is the water pumps are there. So there are various components are involved in a thermal power plant. Okay. So in today's lecture, we'll take a chapter steam condensers. Right. Okay. So we'll start with what is a condenser. Okay. So condenser is a device. So before that, let me get my pointer. Okay. So here definition is given for condenser. So condenser is a device in which steam is condensed. Okay. So there is a like joke goes around in classrooms. So whenever I ask students what is condenser, students reply that device which condenses. Okay. Whenever asked that what is the evaporator, students say device which in which it evaporates. Okay. So the words are formed in such a way that they explain their function. म्हणजे कंडेन्सर म्हणलं की तुमच्या डोक्यात आलं पाहिजे की त्यात काय होतंय कंडेन्सेशन. जर मी म्हणत असेल इव्हॅपोरेटर तर त्यात काय होणार आहे इव्हॅपोरेशन. ओके. So like that some words are been formed based on their function. So condenser function is to condense the steam. So here condenser is a device in which steam is condensed. Okay, so steam, again steam, what is steam? Steam is the gaseous form of water. So we know there are 3 forms of water, solid, liquid and gas. The solid water ला आपण काय म्हणतो ice. Liquid water ला आपण काय म्हणतो water. And gaseous form of water, म्हणजे gas form of water त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो steam. So in which steam is condensed. Okay, steam is being condensed to water. Okay. So this gaseous form of water is converted into liquid form of water, that is liquid water. So that process we are calling it as a condensation. ज्या ज्या वेळेस तुमचं लिक्विड वॉटरचं गॅसियस वॉटर होतं म्हणजे स्टीम होते, लिक्विड वॉटरची स्टीम होते, तुम्ही पाणी उकळत असता बॉयलर मध्ये किंवा तुमच्या घरात जास्त तुम्ही पातळत पाणी गरम करत असता, काय वेळाने काय होतं तर पाण्याची स्टीम तयार होते. दॅट प्रोसेस वी आर कॉलिंग इट ॲज इन जनरली वेपरायझेशन. ओके. So vaporization, by the name it itself explains that vapors are being formed. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही पाणी गरम करता पाण्याची वाफ होते, that process is vaporization. And if I go in reverse direction, जर मी त्याच स्टीमचं कन्वर्ट केले लिक्विड वॉटर मध्ये, so that process is called as condensation. So there are these 2 processes are there, evaporation or vaporization versus condensation. So condenser is a device in which steam is condensed to water. at a pressure less than atmosphere. Okay, so we all know that atmospheric pressure म्हणजे atmosphere जिथं आपण सध्या ब्रीथ करतोय, चालतोय, पळतोय, कॉलेजला येतो जातो, हे ज्या काही प्रेशरच्या अंडर आपण ह्या गोष्टी करतोय ते प्रेशर आहे atmospheric प्रेशर. आणि जनरल त्याची व्हॅल्यू दिलेली आहे 1 बार. और प्रिसाइसली इट इज सेड दॅट 101.325 किलो पास्कल. तर ही प्रेशरची व्हॅल्यू ठरलेली आहे फॉर atmospheric प्रेशर. ओके, सो वी आर ऑल लिव्हिंग इन दॅट अंडर दॅट प्रेशर. आपण जे हवा घेतोय, श्वास घेतोय, श्वास सोडतोय, आपले जे डे टू डे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज करतोय ते कोणत्या प्रेशर मध्ये करतोय, तर आपण atmospheric प्रेशर मध्ये करतोय. What is the value for atmospheric pressure? It is 101.325 kilopascal. Okay. So condenser is a device in which steam is condensed to water at a pressure less than atmosphere. म्हणजे atmospheric pressure जे आहे 1 बार किंवा मी जे आता सांगितलं 101.325 ह्याच्या खाली जाऊन तिथं प्रेशर तयार होतं. ओके, सो आय विल एक्सप्लेन यू दॅट कन्सेप्ट ऑल्सो. सी हिअर. So I'll draw a line. So this line is nothing but your reference line. This is a P pressure of atmosphere. Pressure of atmosphere. Okay. Atmospheric pressure, as I told you earlier, it is 101.325 kilopascal. Okay, हे तुमचं रेफरन्स प्रेशर आहे. whenever pressure goes below the atmospheric pressure, okay, whenever pressure goes below the atmospheric pressure, that pressure we are calling it as a vacuum pressure. Okay, so below atmospheric pressure there is a vacuum. So you might have heard this term vacuum. So if you have studied pneumatics and hydraulics in your diploma engineering, you may be very familiar with this term, which is vacuum. So pressure below atmospheric pressure, that we are referring it as a vacuum. Okay, and whenever pressure goes above the atmospheric pressure, that we are calling it as generally positive pressure. Okay, whenever pressure is above the atmospheric pressure, that we are measuring with the barometer, this pressure we are calling it as a gauge pressure. We are calling it as a gauge pressure. Gauge pressure is pressure above atmospheric level. Okay, and when we are going below the atmospheric level, we are referring to vacuum pressure. When we are going above the atmospheric pressure, we are referring it to the gauge pressure. Okay, so I'll repeat this definition of condenser again. This one, first one. Condenser is a device in which steam is condensed to water at a pressure less than the atmosphere. So the pressure inside the condenser is less than the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is nothing but 101.325, or in generally it is referred as 1 bar. It is referred as 1 bar. Okay, understood? Now second, condensation can be done by removing heat from the exhaust steam using circulating cooling water. ना आता आपला ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय आहे या केसमध्ये, टर्बाइन मधून जी हाय प्रेशर हाय टेम्परेचर स्टीम बाहेर पडते ते आपल्याला काय करायचे, लो प्रेशर लो टेम्परेचर स्टीम करायचे. ओके, सो whenever you see condenser, the function of condenser, okay, the function of condenser here it is, जी काही स्टीम तुमच्या टर्बाइन मधून येते हाय प्रेशर हाय टेम्परेचर स्टीम, ती काय करायची तुम्हाला लो प्रेशर आणि लो टेम्परेचर स्टीम मध्ये त्याचं रूपांतर करायचंय. हाऊ टू डू दिस? इन दिस केस वी आर युझिंग सर्क्युलेटिंग कुलिंग वॉटर. म्हणजे कंडेन्सर मध्ये काय असतं, ज्यात देखील पाईप असतात त्या पाईप मधून कंटिन्युअसली कुलिंग वॉटर वाहत असतं. आता या कुलिंग वॉटरच्या संपर्कात जेव्हा स्टीम येते त्यावेळेस काय होणार आहे, ऑब्विसली स्टीमचं टेम्परेचर कमी होणार आहे आणि सबसिक्वेंटली त्याचं प्रेशर देखील कमी होणार आहे. ज्या स्टीमचं प्रेशर आणि टेम्परेचर कमी होईल, व्हॉट विल हॅपन, इट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू वॉटर. ओके, अंडरस्टँडिंग ऑल? सो कंडेन्सेशन मध्ये काय होत असतं, स्टीमचं वॉटर मध्ये कन्वर्शन होत असतं. हे कसं केलं जातं, तर त्यासाठी आपण कुलिंग वॉटर वापरतो. ओके, सो दिस इज अ सेकंड पॉइंट. The third here it is, during condensation the working substance changes its phase from vapor to liquid and rejects latent heat. It rejects latent heat. And this is very important concept because this concept will be there for your lifelong. What is vapor? What is liquid? What is latent heat? What is sensible heat? Okay. See, we'll go word to word. Now here it says during condensation. Okay. So during condensation, the working substance changes its phase. Okay. So we all know there are three phases: solid phase, liquid phase, and gaseous phase. It changes its phase from vapor. म्हणजे पहिल्यांदा काय असते ते वेपर मध्ये असते to liquid and rejects latent heat. Okay. So I'll explain little bit about latent heat here. See here, I have water, okay, which is at, let us say, 25 degrees Celsius. एका vessel मध्ये मी पाणी घेतलंय ज्याचं टेम्परेचर आहे 25 degree Celsius. Now what I will do, I will apply some heat. Okay, so I will apply some heat to this. Now what will happen? Its temperature will increase. Let us say it will go to 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, it will go to 60 degrees Celsius. What is happening in this case? I'm applying heat to the water and its temperature gets increased. So this heat, we are calling it as a sensible heat. This heat is called as sensible heat. Okay. Now further again, I will increase. Further again, I will increase the temperature of this 60 degrees Celsius. What will happen? It will go to the 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius, right? So this is again here I have applied the sensible heat. I will just in short write it as SH. So whenever temperature is changing from 25 to 60, 60 to 100, in this case I am simply adding the sensible heat. Now in this case, if I apply more heat, after here is 100 degrees Celsius, we all know that boiling point of water, here it is 100 degrees Celsius. If I apply more heat to this water at 100 degrees Celsius, what will happen? In this case, I am applying latent heat. So in this case, this liquid water, here it is liquid. It will be converted into gas at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, at 100 degrees Celsius. So temperature remains same, but the phase changes from liquid to gas. And this heat, we are referring it as a latent heat, or in short, I will write it as a LH. Okay. So whenever there is a temperature change only, we are calling it as a sensible heat. Whenever there is a phase change, temperature remains same, that heat we are referring it as a latent heat. Okay. So I will read this again. Third point here. During condensation, the working substance changes its phase from vapor to liquid and rejects latent heat. Okay. The fourth one, the exhaust pressure in the condenser is maintained nearly 7 to 8 kilopascal gauge pressure. Okay, 7 to 8 kilopascal gauge pressure. Okay, this is also very important. They are not simply said the pressure. So the pressure म्हणत असतात 7 to 8 kilopascal pressure. याचा अर्थ काय असतो तर total pressure. And whenever they are saying gauge pressure, so already I have told you. So see this point here, gauge pressure at the top of the screen. So I have explained that whenever there is a pressure above atmosphere, we are calling it as a gauge pressure. Whenever there is pressure less than the atmosphere, we are calling it as a vacuum pressure. Okay. So the exhaust pressure in the condenser is maintained really 7 to 8 kilopascal gauge pressure, which corresponds to condensate temperature nearly 313 Kelvin. म्हणजे कंडेन्सर मधलं प्रेशर हे जनरली 7 to 8 kilopascal असतं आणि टेम्परेचर हे इन जनरल 313 केल्विन असतं. Okay, so this is very simple. They have mentioned the inside conditions of the condenser, right? So I'll repeat again. What is condenser here? Condenser is a device in which steam is condensed to water. Means this vapor or the gaseous form of water is converted into the liquid form. Okay, at a pressure less than atmosphere. So the pressure inside the condenser is very much less than the atmosphere. Okay. Now, what are the functions of the condenser? See here. First one, to reduce the turbine exhaust pressure so as to increase the specific output and hence increase the plant efficiency and decrease the specific steam consumption. So I'll go word to word again. See what it says. To reduce the turbine's exhaust pressure. Okay. So turbine is the heart of the thermal power plant. म्हणजे टर्बाईनच हे जे डिव्हाइस आहे ज्यामध्ये वर्क तयार होतं. म्हणजे तिथून काय होतं, टर्बाईन इज कनेक्टेड टू द जनरेटर. And the shaft of the turbine rotates. It is connected to the generator. Generator मध्ये काय होतं, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज बीइंग जनरेटेड. जनरेटर मध्ये काय होते, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट होते आणि ती परत आपल्याला सप्लाय केली जाते. तर एखाद्या थर्मल पॉवर प्लांटचा हार्ट काय आहे, द हार्ट इज नथिंग बट टर्बाईन. टर्बाईन मध्ये वर्क इज बीइंग क्रिएटेड. नाउ व्हॉट एव्हर स्टीम विच इज लिव्हिंग द टर्बाईन. टर्बाईनच्या कसं असतं, टर्बाईनच्या इनलेटला स्टीम येते. ओके. द स्टीम फॉल्स ऑन द ब्लेड्स ऑफ द टर्बाईन. ब्लेड्सवर स्टीम पडल्यामुळे काय होतं, तर टर्बाईनचा शाफ्ट रोटेट होतो. आफ्टर रोटेटिंग अँड आफ्टर पासिंग द टर्बाईन, व्हॉट एव्हर स्टीम इज लिव्हिंग द टर्बाईन, म्हणजे टर्बाईन मधून बाहेर पडणारी जी स्टीम आहे, हाय प्रेशर हाय टेम्परेचर, त्याचं आपण काय करतो, तर एक्झॉस्ट प्रेशर कमी करतो. टू रिड्यूस द टर्बाईन्स एक्झॉस्ट प्रेशर सो ॲज टू इन्क्रीज द स्पेसिफिक आउटपुट. स्पेसिफिक आउटपुट म्हणजे काय असतं, म्हणजे मी थोडं वर्क दिलं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये भरपूर वर्क तयार झालं. राईट. म्हणजे मी काय केलं की 1 किलो जूलचं इनपुट दिला आणि त्यातून मला 10 किलो जूलचा वर्क आउटपुट मिळाला. सो दॅट स्पेसिफिक आउटपुट दॅट इज 10-1 9 इज माय स्पेसिफिक आउटपुट. म्हणजे थोड्याशा श्रमामध्ये मला जास्त परतावा मिळाला. हे जे आपण जनरली म्हणत असतो एखाद्या बिझनेसच्या बाबतीत, एखाद्या स्टार्टअपच्या बाबतीत, ती कन्सेप्ट आहे की मी थोडं इनपुट दिलं आणि त्यातून जास्त मला परतावा मिळाला. सो its aim is to increase the specific output, hence increase the plant efficiency and decrease the specific steam consumption. So by this it increases the plant efficiency. The plant efficiency म्हणजे काय असते, एखाद्या थर्मल पॉवर प्लांटला काय गरज असते, तर कोलची गरज असते. ओके. तर कोल असतो, तो बर्न केला तो बॉयलर मध्ये, त्यातून स्टीम तयार होत असते, त्यातून मग वर्क आउटपुट येत असतं. म्हणजे जर मी 1000 किलो कोल घेतला, ओके, सो इन 1000 और 1 टन कोल, त्यातून मला किती एनर्जी मिळाली, दॅट डिसाइड द प्लांट इफिशियन्सी. म्हणजे एखाद्या प्लांट इफिशियंट आहे तुम्ही कसं ओळखणार. सो इन दॅट केस यू हॅव टू सी द व्हॉट इज द इनपुट. मी एखाद्या प्लांटला इनपुट किती दिला, इनपुट म्हणजे किती कोल मी बर्न केला, किती कोल मी जाळला आणि त्यातून मला किती वर्क आउटपुट मिळालं. हे दोन्ही गोष्टी तुम्हाला सांगतील की प्लांट इफिशियंट आहे की नाही. आता आपल्या इथं आपल्या एरियात शुगर फॅक्टरी जास्त आहेत. त्यामध्ये तुम्ही बघितलं असेल बॉयलर प्रधान सोडा होतो, त्यानंतर त्याचं ते वर्किंग चालू होतं. तर त्या केसमध्ये देखील त्याची इफिशियन्सी काढली जाते, प्लांटची इफिशियन्सी. शुगर फॅक्टरीची इफिशियन्सी तुम्ही कशी काढणार, की त्याला तुम्ही इनपुट किती दिलं, म्हणजे बॉयलर मध्ये तुम्ही किती एनर्जी इनपुट म्हणून दिली आणि त्यातून किती टन साखर तयार झाली, किंवा तुम्ही समजा 10 टन ऊस दिला आणि त्यातून किती टन साखर तयार झाली. या 2 फॅक्टरवरून तुम्ही काढू शकता की प्लांटची इफिशियन्सी किती, म्हणजे प्लांट किती सक्सेसफुल झाला शुगर केनचं शुगर करण्यामध्ये. सो दॅट विल डिसाइड इट्स प्लांट इफिशियन्सी. ओके. and decrease the specific steam consumption. So it should require the least amount of steam. म्हणजे कमी स्टीम मध्ये हे सगळं वर्क झालं पाहिजे. ओके. So what it says, to reduce the turbine exhaust pressure so as to increase the specific output, hence increase the plant efficiency. आपला मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय असलं पाहिजे, to increase the plant efficiency and decrease the specific steam consumption. आणि it should also require very least amount of steam. Now see here next point. So what is the function of second function of condenser? Now the second function of condenser, here it is to condense the exhaust steam from the turbine. Okay, so whatever the steam is coming out of turbine, high pressure, high temperature steam, we have to go into condense it. Okay, and reuse it as a pure feed water in the boiler. Okay, so I'll just in short show you the diagram here for this whole what I'm explaining here. Okay, so this is the diagram here. and you will come to know what I'm explaining actually. So this central part here, see what you see here in the center is the condenser. This is your steam turbine. So ST. So this ST part, what you see here. So I hope you all are with your notes and pen, and you can draw this diagram, because this diagram will explain you what is the function of condenser and what are the components inside the thermal power plant. Okay. So whenever there are online lectures, you be ready with your notebook and pen, note down all the things, because what happens, students take this online lectures very casually. म्हणजे मुलांचा एक फीडबॅक असतो की आपण नंतर कव्हर करू, नंतर आपण पुस्तक वाचू, नंतर कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर करू, जे अजिबात होत नाही. यू कॅन आस्क युअर सिनियर्स ऑल्सो. सो आय युजली टेल देम दॅट यू कॉन्सन्ट्रेट इन क्लासरूम. ओके. त्यानंतर पीएल मध्ये फक्त तुम्हाला ते पाठांतर करून परत एक्झाम मध्ये मार्क स्कोरच करत असतात. जर तुम्ही पीएल मध्ये किंवा जे प्रिपरेशन लिव्ह असते त्यात जर तुम्ही कन्सेप्ट समजावून घ्यायच्या मागे लागला, तर तुमचं ऑटोमॅटिक तुमचं पाठांतर कमी होईल, तुमचा कॉन्फिडन्स कमी होईल आणि ते तुमच्या मार्कामध्ये रिफ्लेक्ट होईल. सो वेन एव्हर आय एम एक्सप्लेनिंग कन्सेप्ट, टीचर इज एक्सप्लेनिंग द सम कन्सेप्ट, यू पे अटेन्शन इन द क्लासरूम ओनली. मग पीएल मध्ये फक्त तुमचं एवढंच काम आहे की यू प्रॅक्टिस मोर न्यूमरिकल्स अँड यू मग अप द थिअरी पार्ट. तुम्हाला फक्त पाठांतर करायचं आणि प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करायचे पीएल मध्ये. And that will increase your confidence, and with that high confidence and high enthusiasm you will face the exam and you will score very well. Okay. So if you are with your pen and notebook, draw this diagram, and side by side I also explain you what is happening here. So this is a general layout or some part of steam power plant. In this central part here, it is the condenser. Now the inlet to the condenser is the outlet of the turbine. म्हणजे टर्बाइन मधून जी स्टीम बाहेर पडते, that will be the inlet to the condenser. Okay. So this ST part here is nothing but the steam turbine. Okay. The steam turbine inlet कुठून येते तर it comes from the boiler. So we have very big boilers here. So if you get time, if the things get normal, we can go to the any power station, thermal power plant. So last year you are seniors means this year third year students. They went to this Tarapur nuclear power station in near to the Bombay. So there is a nuclear power station, Tarapur nuclear power station, and with our contacts with the industry person, we were able to get the permission. And all this your seniors from this third year mechanical, they went to that plant. They are seeing this nuclear power plant, which is like a very good opportunity for them. So if you get a time to visit the any such power plants, you will come to know this boiler. What you see here is just a small circle. These boilers are 4 storages or 5 storages boilers are there. म्हणजे 4-5 मजल्याचा boilers असतो. Okay, so boiler is a very big component in the power plant. So boiler चं फंक्शन काय असतं? बॉयलर मध्ये हाय टेम्परेचर मेंटेन ठेवलं जातं विथ द हेल्प ऑफ कोल. बेसला कोल जाळला जातो, कोलची जी हीट असते त्यातून वॉटरचं स्टीम मध्ये रूपांतर केलं जातं. So this is the steam coming out of the boiler. Now this steam is passed on the blades of this steam turbine. Steam turbine मध्ये जे blades असतात आणि सेंटरला काय असते? टर्बाइन असतो. Centrala it has a shaft. Okay, so I'll show that also. So this is the turbine. This is its central shaft, and this shaft will again connect it to the generator. So this part is generator where the electricity is generated. Okay. Then this steam leaves the turbine and it goes to the condenser. Now in condenser, what is the function of condenser? We have just seen, to condense this steam into the water. Now, how to do that? For that we need a cooling water. And this cooling water comes from where? It comes from cooling tower. Okay. So what you see here, CT is nothing but the cooling tower. It is nothing but the cooling tower. Cooling tower the function काय असतं तर वॉटरचं टेम्परेचर कमी करणे. Okay. Now you see here there is this water circuit is being involved here, as you can see here. So condenser receives cooling water, it circulates inside the condenser, then its temperature increases. This high temperature water is again taken to the cooling tower, in which this temperature of water is being reduced. This reduced temperature water is again supplied to the condenser with the help of this pump. So this is a condenser cooling water pump, CCWP. Okay. So condenser receives cooling water from the cooling tower. Now what happens inside the condenser? This cooling tower or cooled or cold water comes in contact with this high temperature steam. So low temperature water comes in contact with high temperature steam. Automatically the temperature of steam will decrease and steam will be converted into water. Okay. So this steam is converted into water and then it is passed to the CEP. Now CEP is nothing but condensate extraction pump. त्यातलं फक्त जे water आहे तेच त्यातून remove केलं जातं. And that water is being stored in the steam condensing or this HW hot well. Okay. तर आपलं फंक्शन काय होतं कंडेन्सरचं स्टीमचं वॉटर मध्ये कन्वर्जन करणं. Whatever that water is converted, that is stored into this hot well. Okay. As you can see, there is another circuit involved here. As you can see here, there is a AEP. So AEP is nothing but air extraction pump. So at this corner, you can see there is a abbreviation of this, all the symbols we have used. So AEP stands for air extraction pump. What happens here? Whatever air is there mixed with the steam, steam मध्ये फक्त steamच असते असं काय नसतंय. So whenever steam comes out the turbine, it has some particles also are there. Then air is also mixed with the steam. So the function of AEP is to remove that air. So that only water will be there at the outer. फक्त आपल्याला water मिळालं पाहिजे to ensure that हे जर फक्त water मिळालं पाहिजे हे जर sure करण्यासाठी आपल्याला काय लागतं एक air extraction pump लागतो. So it extracts the air and supplies to the atmosphere. Okay. आता आपण आहे हॉट वेल मध्ये. हॉट वेल मध्ये काय केलंय कंडेन्सेट वॉटर आपण कलेक्ट केलंय. त्यानंतर काय आहे देयर इज अनदर सर्किट फॉर द बॉयलर. आता बॉयलर काय करणार आहे बॉयलर विल टेक दिस वॉटर and it will convert into again steam. So there is this BFP which is the boiler feed pump. It will take the water from the hot well. This water will be supplied to the boiler. Boiler मध्ये काय असते so there are coal is burning. The coal continuously heat देत असते water ला. That water is being converted into steam. Okay. So I hope I have explained this circuit. Once again, I will give you some small idea. So we are dealing with the condenser here. Inlet to the condenser is from the turbine. So this high temperature, high temperature, high pressure steam will come to the condenser. It will come into contact with this cooling water. It will be converted into water. This water is stored in the hot well here at the bottom. And this water is again taken into the boiler with the help of this boiler feed pump. And inside the boiler, this water is converted into steam. So this is how this cycle goes. Okay. So we'll go back to what we were seeing. So we were at these functions of the condenser. So here I was explaining the second function. So second function was to condensate the exhaust steam from the turbine and reuse at the pure feed water in the boiler. Okay. So we have this boiler feed pump which takes the water from the hot well and it supplies to the boiler. So thus only makeup water is required to compensate the loss of water. So if there is any loss in the system, we are going to use the makeup water. A third case here, or the third function of the condenser here, it is given as it enables the removal of air and other non-condensable gases from the steam. So we have this AEP, air extraction pump, which removes the air and other non-condensable gases from the steam. Okay. Hence improved heat transfer. So we get only pure water and there is a improved heat transfer involved in the condenser. Okay, so there are three functions of this condenser: to reduce the turbine's exhaust pressure, increase the plant efficiency, decrease the specific steam consumption. This was the first one. Second was to condense the exhaust steam and reuse it as a pure feed water. Third was to remove the air and non-condensable gases from the steam. So these are the three functions of the condenser. Right. So already I have explained. So these are the elements of the condensing plant. So we have obviously we'll have one condenser. Then we have air extraction pump, which removes air and other non-condensing gases. The third we have condensate extraction pump (CEP), Fourth is cooling water circulating pump. This is connected between condenser and the cooling tower. Then we have hot well which stores the condensed water. Then we have cooling tower which supplies the cold water to the condenser. Then we have makeup water pump. So if there is any loss of water in the system, makeup water pump will supply that extra water. And last is boiler feed pump. So this will supply water from hot well to the boiler. So they have enumerated all these parts or the elements of the condensing plant. So you can write this down and I will again show the diagram. So those who have joined lately, so they can draw that diagram. First, write down the elements of condensing plant. Okay, I will show you the diagram also. So please draw this layout also. So if you are drawn already, great. If you are not drawn, please draw it because this will explain you what are the elements and what is the function of these elements in a condensing plant, steam condensing plant. Okay, so I will show you one real life photo of this steam condensing plants. Okay. So as you can see on the screen, so this is a website of Alpha Laval. So Alpha Laval is a very good MNC. We have this one plant of Alpha Laval in Pimpri, Pune. So they are the big, like large manufacturers of this industrial component. So they have installed one steam condensing plant for 100 megawatt power plant in Niagara. So Niagara in Massachusetts. So this is the steam condensing plant. So whatever diagram you saw here, so this was very short layout of the system. But if you see the actual figure or actual image, this will be your actual image here. So these two, if you see here, so these two are the cooling towers here. They will supply the cooling water. Then we have condenser plant here. So condenser plant will come somewhere here. Okay. Then we have some makeup water system. Then other inlet or outlet pipes will be involved in here. So this is one steam condensing plant. So this, as you can see, this is around what 2 acres or 2 to 4 acres will be that area for that steam condensing plant. यातलं कुठं छोटस तुम्हाला जे पंप दिसते तेवढे काहीतरी एक ह्युमनची साईज असेल. That pipe has a bigger diameter than the human beings. Okay. So this is one just part of a thermal power plant, steam condensing unit. Then there will be turbines which will be there underground. Then there will be a boiler which will be like 3 to 4 storage boiler will be there. Then there are other systems also, जसं की आता कोल तुम्ही थर्मल पॉवर प्लांटला कसं पोहोचवणार, कारण कोल तयार होतो चंद्रपूर नागपूर या एरियामध्ये, ठीक आहे, किंवा झारखंड या एरियामध्ये जास्त प्रमाणात कोल तयार केला जातो. आता हा कोल तुम्ही सोलापुरातल्या एनटीपीसी प्लांटला कसा आणणार, तर ते इंडियन रेल्वेच एक त्यांनी डायव्हर्जन केलेलं असतंय, रुळा असतात त्यावरून त्यांची सेपरेट एक मालगाडी वाहत असते. मालगाडीमध्ये तो कोल असतो आणि ती मालगाडी डायरेक्ट पॉवर प्लांटला जात असते. तर त्याचं एक सेपरेट युनिट असतं, त्यात कोल घेतला जातो, उतरवला जातो, ती गाडी माघारी पाठवली जाते. दॅट विल बी अगेन वन युनिट देअर. देन दॅट कोल विल बी सप्लाय टू द बॉयलर. बॉयलर मध्ये कोल सप्लाय करतो, तो जाळला जातो. त्याची जी हीट आहे त्यातून वॉटर गरम केलं जातं आणि दॅट विल वॉटर विल बी कन्वर्टेड इन टू स्टीम. Okay, so this is just one figure of the steam condensing plant unit in a 100 megawatt power plant, which is in Niagara Bay location, Massachusetts. Okay, so this is just one diagram for that steam condensing unit. Okay. Okay, now we'll see what are the types of the condenser. So there are numerous types of condensers. Then we'll see their classification. Okay, so the classification of condensers. Okay, so first one according to the type of flow. Okay, so how this cooling water and the steam. So type of flow, that means there will be two things will be involved. So first one is flow of steam. And the second is cooling water. Okay, second is cooling water. Okay, so based on their flow, this will be classified. Parallel flow means if stream is flowing in this direction and cooling water is also flowing in the same direction, we are calling it as a parallel flow. So second is counter flow. So counter flow means steam is flowing in downward direction and the cooling water will flow in upward direction against it. So that will be counter flow type of condenser. Third, we have a cross flow. That means steam will flow in this direction and the stream of cooling water will cross it. म्हणजे हे दोन्ही काय होणार आहे, क्रॉस मध्ये फ्लो नाही. So that is why it is called as cross flow type of condenser. So first one here it is according to the type of flow. Second here it is according to the cooling action. So according to the cooling action, first one here it is jet condenser. This is very famous type of condenser. Jet condenser are generally used in industries. Under jet condenser, there are types. So first one here it is a low level parallel flow jet condenser. Then we have low level counter flow jet condenser. Third one here it is high level jet condenser. Fourth is ejector jet condenser. So what are those types that we'll see in detail in upcoming slides. So this is just a classification. Okay. So first they are classified according to the flow, parallel flow, counter flow, and cross flow. Then they are classified according to the cooling action. So first in that is jet condenser, and these are types of the jet condenser. Now second is surface condenser. Second is surface condenser. So let me tell you what is the big difference between jet condensers and surface condenser. So in jet condenser, what will happen? Steam and the cooling water, okay, the steam and cooling water, they will come in direct contact with each other. म्हणजे आपण जसं मिक्सिंग प्रोसेस करतो, they will directly, okay, Steam condenser means there is a direct mixing, म्हणजे steam आणि cooling water हे directly mix केलं जातं. That will be steam condenser. Okay. In case of surface condenser मध्ये काय होत असते? So there is a pipe. So this is a pipe. So inside the pipe that cooling water will flow, or inside the pipe the steam will flow. And outside the pipe there will be other fluid will flow. So आज जर तुमची steam असेल, बाहेर काय वाहणार तुमचं cooling water. So there is no direct contact. म्हणजे हे एकमेकात मिक्स होत नाही. So there is a pipe is involved. Inside the pipe there will be steam, and outside there will be cooling water. So indirect contact will take place. So that is a type of surface condenser. So there are two types: jet condensers and surface condenser. In jet condenser, there is a direct mixing of steam and cooling water. In case of surface condenser, there is indirect mixing, or there is a indirect heat transfer between steam and cooling water. What are the types here? So first one here it is shell and tube type condenser. So condenser, evaporator, all these are called as heat exchanger. ज्यामध्ये heat exchange होते त्या एलिमेंटला आपण काय म्हणतो heat exchanger. तर heat exchanger ची एक मोठस इंडस्ट्रीज आहे. So if you go to the Sakane area in Pune, or if you see the big MNCs in mechanical engineering, those are the manufacturers of the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger चे देखील भरपूर टाइप आहेत. त्यामधील एक आहे shell and tube type heat exchanger. Then second is you will get parallel plate heat exchanger. Then you will get double pipe heat exchanger. So all these heat exchanger you are going to study in your third year of mechanical engineering in heat and mass transfer subject. Okay. So whenever I say condenser, evaporator, those are just types of a heat exchanger. म्हणजे ज्यामध्ये heat exchange होत असते. First one here it is shell and tube type surface condenser. In that there are types. First is down flow, second is central flow, and third is inverted flow. And the second type of surface condenser here it is evaporative type. Okay. So according to the cooling action, there are two types: jet condensers and surface condenser. And below that each type there are some other classifications. Like in jet condenser there are 4 types. Under surface condenser there are 2 types. Okay. If you want to write down, you can write it. Okay. So in today's lecture, I will start jet condensers and we'll see its types. Okay. As this is a theory chapter, there are no numericals are being involved. You can read the notes. So we have this notes scanned and which are uploaded on Google Drive. That also I will share with you. You can read the notes. You can mug up the theory, and definitely there will be 10 to 15 marks questions will be asked in your university exam. If you are going to write it down, if you are going to give physical examination, जर तुम्ही exam hall मध्ये बसून exam देणे, जर असं काही प्रकार होणार असेल, तर in that case paper will be of 70 marks. In that case, 15 marks question will be asked. 10 to 15 mark question will be asked from this chapter, steam condenser, and those will be purely theoretical. म्हणजे theoretical मध्ये तुम्हाला हेच विचारतील, जेट कंडेन्सर काय असतं त्याचे टाइप सांगा, सरफेस कंडेन्सर काय असतं त्याचे टाइप सांगा, स्टीम कंडेन्सर युनिटचं लेआउट जे आपण मगाशी बघितलं ते तुम्हाला विचारतील. ओके. ऑल क्वेश्चन्स विल बी theoretical type. If you read only once, like if you concentrate in lecture and then if you read only once, एकदा वाचलं तरी तुमच्या ते लक्षात बसून जाईल. ठीक आहे. And if you are going to give the online examination, so in that case, MCQs will be asked, and definitely some weightage will be given to this chapter. Okay, so we are in this classification. I can, according to the function, our first classification here it is jet condensers. Okay, so condenser we are saying it is a device which is used to condense the steam into water under atmospheric pressure. In that case, there is a classification, and one type of it is jet condensers. Okay. Now we'll see what is a jet condenser. So in jet condensers, exhaust steam and cooling water come in direct contact and mix up together. So previously I told you what is a jet condenser. Jet condenser मध्ये direct mixing होत असतं steamचं आणि cooling waterचं. So in jet condensers, exhaust steam and cooling water come in direct contact and mix up together. Thus, the final temperature of condensate and cooling water leaving the condenser is same. Okay. So this temperature is being achieved with the help of mass. Steamचा किती mass आहे, cooling waterचा किती mass आहे. That will decide what will the final temperature of the mixture. Second, here a jet condenser is very simple in design and cheaper because there is a just direct mixing. म्हणजे त्यात काही ट्यूब्स इन्व्हॉल्व नाहीत किंवा पाईप्स इन्व्हॉल्व नाहीये. डायरेक्ट तुम्ही त्यात काय करताय, मिक्स करताय. Third, here it can be used when cooling water is cheaply and easily available. It can be used when cooling water and is cheaply and easily available. म्हणजे जसं की समुद्र असतो, समुद्रातलं पाणी हे चीप आहे, म्हणजे आपल्याला फुकटातच मिळतंय, आणि तिथं जर तुम्ही प्लांट टाकला थर्मल पॉवर प्लांटचा, जसं की इन केस ऑफ न्यूक्लिअर पॉवर प्लांट, सगळे न्यूक्लिअर पॉवर प्लांट जर तुम्ही बघितले कुठे सिटीच्या आतमध्ये नाहीये, ते सगळे समुद्राच्या किनारी आहेत. तर असं काय आहे, तर समुद्राचं पाणी एकतर स्वस्त आहे, स्वस्त म्हणण्यापेक्षा फुकटच आहे, आणि इट इज इझिली अवेलेबल, म्हणजे तुम्ही पाहिजे तेव्हा त्याचा उपसा करू शकता. सो इन दिस केस इफ यू आर युझिंग जेट कंडेन्सर, so it can be used when cooling water is cheaply and easily available. म्हणजे न्यूक्लिअर पॉवर प्लांट जर तुम्ही घेतले त्या केस मध्ये तुम्ही जेट कंडेन्सर्स वापरू शकता. Last here is condensate cannot be reused in boiler because it contains impurities like dust, oil, metal particles, etc. Okay. तर ते त्याचं एक लिमिटेशन आहे की ते तुम्ही कंडेन्सेट परत वापरू शकत नाही. जसं आपण आधी बघितलं, हॉटवेल मध्ये कंडेन्सेट आपण स्टोर करतो आणि परत बॉयलर फीड पंप तो पाणी घेऊन बॉयलरला सप्लाय करतो, पण या केस मध्ये ते तुम्ही करू शकणार नाही, कारण इट विल कंटेन सम इम्प्युरिटीज लाईक डस्ट, ऑइल अँड मेटल पार्टिकल्स. Okay, we see first type of jet condenser, that is a low level parallel flow jet condenser, which is a low level parallel flow jet condenser. आता हे नावच तुम्हाला समजावून डिटेल किंवा तुमचं काम सोपं करेल की ते लो लेवल आहे. लो लेवल मीन्स देर इज अ barometric level is being defined, and if you are putting the inlet below that barometric level, that will be low level. What is that? We'll see in detail. Then there is a parallel flow. So already I told you, if the steam is flowing in this direction and cooling water is also flowing in same direction, that will be a parallel flow, and that is a jet condenser. Okay. Now see here, this is a diagram. This diagram itself is very self-explanatory. What is happening here? The steam from the turbine is coming in this direction, exhaust steam. Then we have cooling water which is coming in this direction, and inside the condenser what will happen? They both will go in downward direction. They both will go in downward direction. So if they are flowing in the same direction, I can say that this is a parallel flow heat exchanger or parallel flow condenser. Okay. Then there is a wet air pump, and condenser and air and coolant, these are being extracted and supplied to the hot well. Okay, so this is very simple diagram. There is a condenser shell. From top the steam will come, from adjacent side cooling water will come. Then they will flow in same direction. That is why it is a parallel flow. So this is a low level parallel flow jet condenser. Okay. So wet pump is used to extract the mixture of condensate, air and coolant. Then vacuum is created up to 6 kilopascal. So already I told you the pressure inside the condenser is 7 to 8 kilopascal gauge pressure. Okay. So in this case, that vacuum is created up to 6 kilopascal. So vacuum means the pressure below atmospheric level. म्हणजे pressure, atmospheric pressure च्या खाली जर तुम्ही pressure नेत असाल, so that pressure we are referring it as a vacuum. If your pressure is above the atmospheric pressure, we are referring it as a gauge pressure. Okay. In this case, vacuum can be created up to 6 kilopascal. Then next type of jet condenser, here it is low level counterflow jet condenser. Okay, so here again it is a low level counterflow. So already I told you counterflow means if the steam is flowing in the downward direction and the cooling water is flowing in upward direction, so this is what we are calling it as a counterflow. म्हणजे विरुद्ध दिशेने counterflow jet condenser. Okay, so there is a figure in front of you. So there are two figures actually. First one is a parallel flow jet condenser, low level parallel flow jet condenser. Second here it is low level counterflow jet condenser. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So see here there is this condenser shell is here. Okay, so wait, this is a condenser. This is your condenser shell. हे तुमचा condenser आहे. Okay. त्याच्यावरून म्हणजे दॅट इट्स टॉप दॅट एक्झॉस्ट स्टीम इज कमिंग म्हणजे टर्बाईनचं जे आउटलेटची स्टीम आहे एक्झॉस्ट स्टीम दॅट इज कमिंग इनसाइड द कंडेन्सर. ओके, नाव वी हॅव हिअर कूलिंग पॉन्ड. इथे तुम्हाला दिसतं का कूलिंग पॉन्ड? सो दिस कूलिंग पॉन्ड विल कंटेन द कूलिंग वॉटर अँड दिस कूलिंग वॉटर विल बी पंप्ड टू द कंडेन्सर. आता हे तुमचं काय येते कूलिंग वॉटर कंडेन्सरच्या आत येते. So we have cooling water which is coming from this direction. We have exhaust steam which is coming from upward direction. And after this junction, they will both go in downward direction. When cooling water असेल, steam असेल, they both will go in downward direction. That is why it is a parallel flow jet condenser. Here we have some CEP, that is condensate extraction pump. It will extract only water. This water will be supplied to the hot well. And then from hot well, with the help of a boiler pit pump, this water will be supplied to boiler. Okay, so this is a parallel flow type jet condenser. And next here it is counter flow type jet condenser. So see why it is a counter flow. In this case again, you can see the differences here. So in this case, exhaust steam was coming from the top side. In this case, the exhaust steam is coming from side. Okay, from adjacent side. Okay, or we can say from bottom it is coming inside. म्हणजे खालून steam आत येते. If it is coming from downward direction, it will flow in upward direction. म्हणजे steam तुमची वर वाहणार आहे. इथून येणारे steam from this direction, it will flow in upward direction. Then we have cooling water here in cooling pond. This water will be pumped and it will be supplied to the condenser. If it is coming from a top side, it will flow in downward direction. So we have a steam which is going in upward direction and we have water which will go in downward direction. So as you can see, the direction of both is counter to each other. So that is why it is called as counter flow jet condenser. Again, the rest circuit is same. Condenser extraction pump will take out the water. This water will be stored in the hot well. From hot well, with the help of a boiler feed pump, this water will be supplied to the boiler. Okay. So see here what it says, a pump for water supply is required if it is to be lifted more than 5.5 meter in height. म्हणजे इथं जे तुमची कंडेन्सरची हाईट तुमच्या इथं स्टोरेज पासून 5.5 मीटर पेक्षा जर जास्त असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला एक्स्ट्रा पंपची गरज लागणार आहे. सो दिस इज अ लो लेवल, बोथ आर लो लेवल, बट देयर इज अ डिफरन्स इन direction of flow of steam and cooling waters. So if they are flowing in same direction, we will call it as a parallel flow. If they are flowing in opposite direction, we are calling it as a counter flow jet condenser. So see here you can see the working. This is a little bit GIF, or you can say animation here. So this is a counter flow jet condenser. So you can see steam. This is a steam coming the condenser and it will go in production. Okay. Then we have cooling here at the bottom. Then this water will be pumped to the condenser like this here. Okay. So this water and steam will both flow in opposite direction. That is why it is called as counter flow jet condenser. Then this condensate will be extracted. It will be supplied to the hot well. हॉट वेल नंतर ते पाणी कुठे सप्लाय केलं जाणार आहे? टू द बॉयलर, टू बॉयलर फीड पंप. You can see the working or this short animation of the counterflow jet condenser. Okay. So there are other types also for jet condenser, but I think this is enough for today. And next lecture, we'll take the other types of the condenser. Okay. So there is a high level condenser, there is an ejector condenser. Then we'll see what is a surface condenser, etc., etc. Okay. But for today's lecture, I think this is sufficient. I will take the revision of what we have studied today, and then we can stop. You see, we started with the definition of condenser. Condenser is one part of thermal power plant. त्यामध्ये कसं होत असते तर the hot high pressure high temperature steam which is coming from the turbine, it is supplied to the condenser. म्हणजे condenser मध्ये काय होत असते, that steam is converted into water. So the pressure and temperature of steam is being reduced in the condenser below atmospheric pressure. म्हणजे atmospheric pressure जिथं आपण सध्या श्वास घेतोय, खातोय, पितोय, ते जे प्रेशर आहे ते त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. सो इट इज जनरली डिफाइंड ॲज 101.325 kilopascal, or in general we are calling it as a 1 bar pressure. Then we have seen what are the functions of the condenser. So in this case the function was to reduce the turbine's exhaust pressure, okay, to increase the specific output. That was also another objective of the condenser. To increase the plant efficiency, that was another objective or the function, and to decrease the specific steam consumption. म्हणजे कमी स्टीम वापरून कमी एनर्जी मध्ये तुम्ही कसं जास्त वर्क आउटपुट घेऊ शकता. So that will be sole objective of any power plant, and that will be governed or that will be done by the condenser. म्हणजे मी जर एखादा पॉवर प्लांट काढत असेल माझ्या पैशातून, त्यात माझं काय असणार आहे, माझं म्हणणं काय असणार आहे, कमी गुंतवणूक जास्त परतावा. म्हणजे मी कमी स्टीम वापरेन, कमी कोल वापरेन, पण माझं वर्क आउटपुट जी काही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मी जनरेट करणार आहे दॅट शुड बी हायर, अँड आय विल गेट अ मोर प्रॉफिट इन दॅट केस. ओके. So this is the function of the condenser. Then we have seen the elements and also the layout of a condensing plant. So this was the layout here. Okay. So this is a condenser here. Steam will be supplied from the turbine. This steam will come to the condenser. This steam will come in contact with the cooling water. Its temperature and pressure will reduce. Then this condensate form will be supplied to the hot well. From hot well, that water is being supplied to the boiler with the help of this BPF, boiler feed pump. In boiler, that water will be converted into steam, and this steam will be supplied to the turbine. So this is how this working will take place. And the cooling water supplied to condenser is with the help of the cooling tower. So there is a cooling towers are there. They will supply the cooling water to the condenser. Then you can see there is another short layout is there for MUP. MUP is makeup water. So whatever loss of water takes place due to evaporation, that will be made up by this makeup water or makeup pump. Then we have seen the classification. So classification, first one is according to type of flow, and second is according to the cooling action. Okay. So we have jet condenser. Jet condenser मध्ये directly mixing takes place between steam and cooling water, and in surface condenser there is no direct mixing. The steam will flow through the pipe and cooling water will flow above the pipe. Then we have seen what are the jet condensers. In that we have seen two types. So we have seen this parallel flow jet condenser, and then we have seen the counter flow jet condenser. Okay. So these diagrams are very important. In next lecture, or I will give you some 5 minutes now. You can draw these two diagrams: parallel flow jet condenser and counter flow jet condenser. Okay. So I'll give 5 minutes. You can draw it, and then we can stop. Another thing here it is called as low level. Okay, low level means तुमच्या कंडेन्सरची हाईट तुमचे जे कूलिंग पॉइंट आहे तिथून जास्त नाही आहे. Okay, that is why it is called a low level. So we have another type also which is called as high level. In that case, we'll see that height of the condenser is about 10 meters from the ground or from the cooling point. So that is why it will be called as high level. But these two, what you see on the screen, these are the low level jet condensers. So one is parallel flow and another is counter flow. Another detail in this diagram is perforated trays. So this trays will give the direction to the water. Okay, पहिल्यांदा हे water, cooling water, it will fall on perforated trays. Then some streams, separate streams तयार केले जातात artificially, and then the streams will fall in downward direction. So perforated trays function is to create a spray of water. Okay. So I hope you have noted down the diagrams here, and I have made or I have created some interest about the condensers. I also show you once again the diagram or the actual figure or actual steam condensing unit. So this is one steam condensing unit which is used for 100 megawatt power plant, which is being manufactured by Alfa Laval company. Okay, so this way the steam condensing plants will look like. Okay, so there is a good strength today of 50 students, I can see. Right. Okay, so keep your attendance like this because this will be counted in your internal marks. Already, I have told you. In last semester, I have. So please don't put your roll numbers. Already, I have taken your attendance. There is no need to put your roll numbers in chat box. So already I told you this attendance will be considered in your final internal marks, and that will be counted. Okay. So still some students are unable to hear my voice. No need to put your roll numbers. It will be again. It is already taken in this Excel sheet, right? So see you next lecture. In next lecture we see other types of the condensers. As I told you, this is a pure theory chapter, and I will take all the details about the steam condenser. I will also provide you handwritten notes. Okay. So see you in next class. Thank you for attending.